Nami, the Tide Caller. Nami channels the primal energies of the ocean, harnessing its mystical restorative properties and commanding the raw power of the tides themselves. Though many had doubted her, Nami had the bravery and determination to take on a dangerous quest when no one else would. Now her people believe she is the Tide Caller, a chosen one destined to complete a quest essential to the survival of her entire race. The Tide Caller's sacred duty is to acquire a moonstone, a powerful object found only in the towering reaches of the surface world. Her people, the Morai, rely on the moonstone's light to ward off the terrors of the depths. However, the stone's power only lasts 100 years. Before its light fades, the Tide Caller must journey into the great deep, retrieve an abyssal pearl, and carry it to the surface. There, on the night of the winter solstice of the 100th year, the Tide Caller makes a ceremonial exchange with a landwalker bearing a moonstone. By trading the pearl for the moonstone, the Tide Caller ensures the survival of the Morai for another century. However, in Nami's time, as the 100 years drew to a close, no Tide Caller had been found. Without a chosen one to complete the quest, her people would face disaster. But the Morai waited in faith that the Tide Caller would appear. Nami refused to sit idle, insisting that without a Tide Caller to save them, someone had to act. Bravely, she decided to begin the quest herself and ventured alone into the dangerous depths. None expected her to survive, but after 6 days of battles with untold horrors, Nami returned with the pearl in hand. The Morai hailed her as the new Tide Caller. All that remained was for Nami to journey to the surface and complete the exchange. When Nami arrived at the surface, however, she only found an empty shore. She waited for days in a mystic cove, unsure of what to do. In all the legends of the Tide Callers, the bearer of the moonstone had never failed to arrive. Nami faced a choice. She knew the surface world only through tale and rumor, but the survival of the Morai depended upon her. Summoning the tide to bear her ashore, Nami began her search for the moonstone and became the first of her kind to explore the world above the ocean. She left her home behind and vowed not to return until she had completed the Tide Caller's quest. I am the tide,